up car, driving in your beat up car. We swore that it would take us far, but we never got away. All summer long, screaming to your favorite songs. Every night until the fall faded us away. Football weather, hoodie season, writing notes and keeping secrets. Wear my jacket, you can keep it on. We said for stupid reasons, called it love cause it's convenient. In that moment we believed it, and I swear I can almost feel it.
Becky and I met, we were getting ready for the 4th of July parade. I was a freshman in marching band, she was a junior.
The first time I met Parker, I don't remember because it was, and he talks about this moment that he saw me from across the marching field.
And we didn't have a whole lot of interaction, but I saw her across the way in the parking lot where we were rehearsing.
He was like, oh, she's cute, but I don't even remember it. I think the first time I remember interacting with him was a year later. He was a saxophone and I said, hey, I'm Becky, I'm your new section leader. And he was like, okay. And until this day, that's still my name in his phone is section leader Beck.
Becky's brother Andrew and I were really good friends. We hung out, we worked out together, so I would spend more and more time at their house. I would see Becky every once in a while, say hi. I invited her to hang out with us a couple times. She declined. Eventually she accepted and she hung out with us, and then she slid into my DMs on Instagram and we decided to go out.
Well, we knew we were going to get married before we were even dating. We had a pact.
We had a marriage pact for a little while, and then we decided if we were going to have a marriage pact we should probably date a little bit before we actually got married. And
said we're going to get married if I'm not married by the time I'm 26, and I turned 26 in just a few days.
Yeah, found out that we really liked that.
Called it love cause it's convenient. In that moment we believed it.
Sponsor by Fire, go.
And I swear I can almost feel it now. And I swear I can almost feel it now. Friday nights in October, drinking till we fell over. I just wanted you closer, I wanted you to stay.
Wow. Very good, not bad. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Matching suits. That's
You and I took a trip to the grocery store. In the cart we had a DTR. The words fell out of my mouth, I love you. I think we were in the ice cream section. You teasing me, couldn't make a selection. I know what I want now, know what I need. I just wanted you to know that I'm not letting you go.
Rebecca Lynn Tornini, I love you with all my heart. Thank you for sliding into my DMs over 3 years ago and sticking with me ever since we had our first dinner at Lido.
I told you I loved you for the first time while we were riding a roller coaster. I don't think you heard me and it kind of just slipped out, but I think it was a big indicator for how the next few years would go. We have survived so much together. I think the world ended at least 12 times in the last 3.5 years. But should the world burn, should a bomb drop, it is you that I will hold close and welcome death with. It has always been you.
to sleep. Waking night until the dawn, fade into the rearview world. Driving down the street, we got caught, stuck in the car. Watched them on the whole way driving up the hill around the reservoir. Stuck in the dark, making time for everything you said. Promise don't let go of my head.
And so when Parker told us that he started dating Becky Tornini, my other more attractive section leader from high school, I was like, this is interesting. But this was a match made in heaven, and I truly believe that. And I've got to see them grow over the last couple years and see Parker in ways, that I've never seen him before. And that is all because of Becky. And I really do think they bring out the best in one another.
Meeting Parker for the first time was like a breath of fresh air. He and Becky picked me up at the airport last year for the engagement party, and I felt like I'd already known him for years. Becky had given me so many details about Parker, and everything she told me was exactly right. Parker's the kindest, most generous person, and he's the biggest gentleman I've ever had the honor of meeting. He welcomed me with open arms, has made every effort to get to know me and everyone in Becky's life, and I knew he was the one for Becky almost immediately after watching the two of them together. He lets Becky be her most authentic self, and you can genuinely see how much he loves her just by watching him listen to her talk. It's a beautiful thing to get to see one of your oldest and dearest friends meet their match and witness the love and laughter that Becky and Parker share with one another. To pay homage to the friendship they've shared over the years, which developed into the love that they've proclaimed in front of all of us today, let's all raise a glass to the amazing couple. Cheers, Becky and Parker.
My love for you is the strongest I've ever felt. I love your sense of humor and how much you make everyone around you, especially yourself, laugh. I always have and always will admire your tenacity and the way you stand up for everyone you love without holding back. I love how smart and thoughtful you are. Not a day goes by that you don't teach me something new.
You taught me that love is peaceful, there are no buts, and no all those. It's always coming home to a person who sees the very best in you and takes you exactly as you are.